where they want to get their point.
Arike is back.
And that's Angel Reese's game. The physicality, right up her alley.
Angel Reese.
What an exciting opening night for the Unrivaled League. After a cautious first 5 minutes, the Vinyl's offense found its rhythm. Their starting lineup featured Ark Ogle, Howard, and Hami, with Aaliyah Boston, Ray Burrell, and Jordan Canada coming off the bench. On the other side, the Rose started with Chelsea Gray, Copper, and Angel Reese, joined by Lexie Hull. Laura Stevens and Brittany Sykes rounded out their reserves.
In the chat, as I went live for both games, people in the chat are like, where's Lexi? Why is she not getting to play? Why is she getting the least minutes, like by a whole lot? Unrivaled has the stats, the box score, things like that on the official site for the league, but they're not recording minutes. So you'll have to take my word for it and the word of other people, I'm sure, who are noticing that she ain't getting many of them meaning minutes, 12. So we've got everybody in single digits and Lexi Hull with 0 points. And
Are the other players in a better position? Before we dive deeper, can I ask you a quick favor? If you're enjoying this WNBA content, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out.
Showcasing her excitement for the newly formed league.
We can name that something. Yeah.
Most fans have seen her training with teammates, and she looks ready to lead in her team's first ever game. Just a day before the league's debut, the headlines are already buzzing about her big moment.
Burrell, Ryan Howard, who just balled out, and Dearica Hamby. That was the first night, but that wasn't the only time we got to see the Rose team play. Rose also played on Saturday, and they played against the Lunar Owls. The Rose team lost both games, and Lexi Hull did not get much of an opportunity to play at all. Now,
with Hull's hustle and sharp shooting, she was expected to be a key player for the team. However, in the first 2 games, Lexi Hull found herself on the bench. After an eventful opening night, fans were eager to see if the momentum would carry over and if TV ratings reflected growing interest. One thing is certain, every game ends with someone stepping up to score. By halftime, both teams were locked in a tie after 39 intense minutes. But the third quarter was all about the Vinyl. Howard and Hami took charge, sparking a massive 29-8 run in just the first 4 minutes. Howard alone poured in 11 points, maintaining a fast pace and taking smart, high-percentage shots.
Deception, Brell, Baby Ray.
Vinyl and pass the ball.
The third quarter ended with the Vinyl leading the Rose 67-55, closing in on the winning score of 78. Despite strong efforts from Rose players Reese, Gray, and Kalia Copper, who all hit double figures, Howard's dominant performance on both ends of the floor proved too much for the Rose to...
Final lead is 7, 15 for Hamby. Bounce feed to Copper, falling away.
Kalia Copper, battle of the week. I'm telling you folks, we need some barbecue sauce.
Rose needs stops. Howard may have gotten away with a backcourt. Ball don't... So a chance for Rose to tie or take the lead. Gray wants the lead for it. Copper, 3!
The final period turned into a strategic battle. Both teams used frequent stoppages to adjust their lineups and tactics. With countless fouls called, much of the scoring came...
Word on the back door. They'll take the 2 in the air.
The Rose made a late push, trimming the lead to 73-71 in the final moments. Lexi Hull stepped up off the bench, bringing energy on both ends of the floor, something Fever fans know her for. She capped her performance with 3 points, making her presence felt when it mattered most.
So the Rose Basketball Club have played in 2 games, and it's not looking good for Lexi Hull. It's really not looking good for Lexi Hull. Like, I don't know. Imagine going from Christy Sides coaching, where she doesn't really want to play you, and no matter what you do on the court, it doesn't matter because your coach doesn't want to play you, and then eventually your coach figures it out and starts you and plays you 30 minutes a game and your team gets better. I think Lexie Hull is going through something like that right now with the Rose Basketball Club, because Lexie Hull has played in 2 games. She has played about 8 minutes combined. Not only that, she was being good.
Hull's late impact left many wondering what could have been if she had started the game. The team later revealed concerns about her fitness, but the Fever Guard is expected to play on Friday. In this format, with only 3 players on the court at a time, there's no room to take a play off. You need to be in top shape to keep up.
Okumbawale saves it. Rebound, Fike, streaking, feeding.
Finish for Vino.
Final start.
With a 77-73 lead, the Vinyl capitalized on a missed shot by the Rose, pushing the pace in transition. The game ended in...
There were people who were saying that the only reason why they wanted to put Lexi on in the league was because they at that time were trying to entice CaitlinClark to sign with the league. We know how that all played out. Lots of attempts to coerce Caitlin to play. So Lexie Hull got an invitation. Obviously, Aaliyah Boston got an invitation. And people were thinking, they're really trying hard to get Caitlin. No disrespect to Lexie Hull at all. But people were saying they really going all out to try to pull Caitlin in. People are starting to believe that is exactly what's going on here.
CaitlinClark and Hull have been a thrilling duo to watch.
Something in your game day routine, or do you feel like you're just in a groove right now?
She's in a groove. She started hanging out with me more.
She's rubbing off on me.
Some are good, some are bad.
Yeah, true.
Sure, Clark's brilliant assists to Hull make a strong case, but their chemistry off the court has been just as exciting to watch. As Hull's star rises, she's likely benefiting from her close friendship with Clark, whose profile has shot up since transitioning from Iowa to the Fever. Even though Clark is still relatively new to the WNBA, she and Hull formed an instant connection. When Hull was benched for her debut, Clark's reaction was pure fire, and the Rookie of the Year responded with confidence, stating that, without a doubt, Rose's players are just as talented as anyone. What stands out most, though, is their shared commitment to grinding out wins for their teams. So, any concerns about Hull's fitness don't hold much weight.
Is a lockdown defender. When she got into the game on Saturday, she was putting the lock. People were commenting in the chat I did during the live stream. People were commenting that, man, whoever, when Lexi's guarding the person with the ball, they don't score. They don't score because we know what kind of defense. We know she's scrappy. We know she slides those feet. We know she gets her hands on lots of balls, as she says, on basketballs. She's a lockdown defender, and we got to see that. Lexi can also shoot. So I got to ask, too. Again, it's only 2 games. I realize that, so you don't have to put that in the comments. It's only been 2 games. Well, it's 2 games where other people got to play a lot and she didn't. So 2 games are 2 games, okay? And so for 2 games, we see Lexi riding the pine. And people are saying, now we're starting to believe that our suspicions were right, that you just wanted her on here to get Caitlin on the team. I don't know. I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm saying people are starting to say that, and I'm starting to wonder too.
CaitlinClark and Hull have been a thrilling duo to watch.
Question.
He's good. Hull on the wing. Connects. Slings it over to Hull. Wide open 3. She got it. Lexie Hull is up. Mitchell speeds into the paint. Curls around. Hull connects. Lexie Hull have a day. 5 of 6.
Last season, Hull averaged 4.7 points per game, played in 90 games, and started 40 of them. With that kind of track record, it's clear she's more than capable of suiting up alongside stars like Angel Reese, Kalia Copper, and Chelsea Gray. Her performance speaks for itself, making her a worthy contender for a spot on the court.
Let them enjoy their offseason. Let them enjoy, their league. And this is a non-thing to be upset about. Quite frankly, it's good that someone like Lexie Hull is getting this additional experience with somebody that is almost as comparable a passer as CaitlinClark. So when she comes into the season, she's been catching different kinds of passes, and you don't know what Caitlin's going to come back with. So I think everybody needs to just hold it down real quick, because this is not something to really be offended by. So let's save our energy for the real battles that are going to come throughout the